Hello, parents of primary children. I wanted to do a video just for you because, to be completely frank, being a parent is hard. It's hard work. It takes a lot of diligence, and just a few ways that off the top of my head, that it's hard. I thought of lack of sleep, being constantly needed, and definitely feeling at least 5 steps behind of where I actually want to be. And really, the list could go on forever. Those are just 3 that come to my mind very often. And this can also feel hard when you're trying to teach your children and teach them the gospel. A mother and father of children can kind of feel a disconnect between what actually happens in the home with scripture study and family home evening and come follow me, and the very picturesque pictures that we sometimes see in the end sign, where it seems that everything is going along pretty smoothly. And I think Satan can have a heyday with this. He can make us feel that it's just too hard, right? It's just not worth it. And he can give us also 2 opposing lies to buy into. One being that everyone else is doing better at it, so why even try? We're just completely failing. Or that no one else is doing it, and so why should we? That it's just too hard, and that no one else is doing it for that reason. So I wanted to just do a little video to encourage all of us as parents of children with some of the things that can help all of us. And the first one that I'm going to share is from a talk by Elder Foster of the 70. It's by the way, it's from a fantastic talk at 2015 General Conference, and this phrase that he gave is a real help. He said, "It is never too early and it is never too late." It's never too early, even if your kids are really young. It's not too early to start scripture study, and if you haven't and they're older, it's not too late. Okay, it's not early, it's not late. Start where you are and continue forward. The second thing to help us is to remember that sometimes a scripture study or a gospel lesson will go without hiccups. That is the exception, and that 90% of the times it can feel like nothing is getting through and that no one's paying attention. And, how to put it, maybe that it's just less than great. It's less than awesome, and you're just plugging along. And during those times, I just want you to encourage to keep going, because children really they're sponges for information, including gospel information and gospel testimonies and gospel teaching. And so even if it looks like they aren't listening at all, somehow that's getting through. And there's just two little personal experience I want to share that have helped me to do that. Going through this COVID-19 and feeling a lot of responsibility to teach our own children, there were quite a few weeks where I just thought, I'm not getting through it all. We are working at this, and this is, lessons that Scott's giving or I'm giving, it's not getting through. And then there was one night where we were teaching about the anti-Nephi-Lehi's and burying their weapons, and suddenly Chaim said, "Oh, I know this one," and he grabbed the Come Follow Me book from the table, opened it up to the picture, and was like, "This is what you're talking about." For the month before this night happened, he was the reason why I just wanted to throw in the towel and stop scripture study, because I thought, it's not working. Nobody's listening. I'm putting this time and effort in, and nobody's listening. And then when he did that, I realized, oh my goodness, this little boy actually is listening to the stuff that we're saying. So, but it was a month of feeling like he wasn't listening, and then one night where it showed me he was listening. So I think that's about the percentage, right? 30-1 right now. And then also just scripture time or Come Follow Me or family home evening, it's really just a time to create a space and a time where they feel safe, where they can feel the Spirit, where they can start to recognize the Spirit, so that they can ask questions. And maybe it's not anything to do with the gospel lesson you were sharing, but it's a question they've had on their mind about gospel, about life, and it opens up that opportunity. And those are 2 of the things that have helped me kind of through this era where we're having a lot more responsibility with teaching our families, teaching our children, And I've just been thinking about, yeah, it's hard. It's hard, and we're going forward. And I'm thinking that maybe if I'm having a hard time, that other families with children might be having a hard time. And I just wanted to do a video specifically to talk about that. So thank you for all you're doing to teach your children. I'm there with you. Our primary is here, and we are thinking of them and praying for them and trying to reach out in different ways, and hope that we can continue on together with teaching the gospel of Jesus Christ to our little ones. That's it. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.